Alright, good morning. Oh, we're back a little bit to Deep Rock Galactic. I wasn't quite finished with it when I got my tutorial going on. So I want to finish it up. I don't know if it's 1 day, 2 days. Just a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic. Promote the scout once to unlock this. New passive perk. How much do we need to get that? I need to remember how to play this game. That's Sweet Tooth. Don't see where it says new passive. Is that it? No. It did say new passive perk, right? Oh, hello, Node Runner. Nice to see you again. He says, hi, I'm new. Very nice. I feel new to this game, even though I have been playing it before. It feels new. I feel new. How are you doing today? How is life treating you, Node Runner? Well, that is so weird. I don't find it. I think I have had that issue before, right? Because we look here and it says upgrade the new passive perk slot perk to unlock this. Upgrade it. Pickaxe customization. This is probably just, yeah. Just visual. Why is there a mouse at the top left? That's weird. Yeah, I'm blind. I feel blind. There it is. And there it is. Perfect. It's a star. It's a star. I need 2 more. Is there a way to just pick the cheapest one? Like, will this count towards this unlock? Also, well, here we go. Resupplier. Maybe just like, yeah, go by the cheapest one. This costs 11 heightened senses. No donor says, I was having some poop problems, but I have solved them. Nice. Congratulations. Well, since you said that you did solve them, I would probably say good job. Rather than, well, both, I suppose. Poop problems are the worst. Yeah. Well. Can do some whataboutism and say that, well, death by fire is the worst. Alright, 15 perk points. That's what we need. Yeah, I don't have any specific thing that I need to do. I don't think. Do I want to play solo just to... No, Skywalker, I'm not in the mood right now. Oh, right. No Donor says points out that in an RV, the poop is stored in the Blackwater tank, and it became clogged. Oh. Furthermore, oh fuck! I don't know how to pronounce that thing. The meter, right? Gosh. No, I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Says it is at 3/4 full, no matter how full it actually is. Oh, that's no fun. What's this thing? No oxygen. Mineral mania. Shield disruption. I'm joining. And I'm joining as the scout.
Right in the dark. No need. You got me.
Man, I had not thought about that. I would probably... are there like public toilets in the place? I mean, oh man, maybe that's not a good idea either. Like I know, like if I had like just went out camping on for vacation or whatever, I would probably stick to public bathrooms, not to have to deal with that shit. Oh man, just not having to deal with it. But now, even if you have that opportunity, I suppose, COVID is screwing, social distancing would be screwing with that.
This time we're after an Omeran Heartstone. In order to extract it, we're sending in an autonomous drill dozer to support you. The drill dozer will automatically home in on the Heartstone, so your job will be to escort it and keep it running. Good luck, miners. Watch out, drill dozer approaching landing zone.
Bulldozer is approaching. Alright, what's the special button again? Oh. Is it this? No. Ah, here we go. Boom.
Lighting up! I love this grappling hook.
All the gold. Oh. Hello, Colgate and Tap. How are you doing today? He is linking an Spirobot thing. Alright. I'm pretty sure that the image was that important for the thing, so let's check it out. No Runner also says I like pooping in my own private space. Yeah, I can get that. I mean, what the fuck? Capture women? I mean, you could... This image would work if this was just clearly a woman, but it's not clearly a woman. Capture like in capture the image. That's not what we saw though, was it?
Impossible to see.
Ooh, that's cold. Oh man. Yeah. I knew that there was we're gonna be some shield issues here, but we don't have any shield. And it gets cold. Shield disruption, I was thinking like, half shield or whatever.
Attention, new miner inbound.
I don't... Ooh, this is I'm gonna die over and over and over again. Oof.
Let's get this mission rolling. Drill dozer operation.
Colgatino Tab says the image is very inspiring. I don't know about that.
Rock and stone to the bone. Just take your sweet time, old lady. I've got all day. One sentry gun ready to be built.
It's a bit kidnappy, right? The image rather than inspiring.
Safe.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
Nodrunner says I use the technique passed down to me from the elder gods of YouTube. Oh, I love that. Elder gods of YouTube, so helpful always.
Take it easy.
Alright, don't leave this thing behind. Then, whoa, something is damaging me. Oh, that's a friend. That's a friend. Alright. So you use that technique. You take the sewer hose and fill it with water. Then pull it up to let the gravity and water pressure hit the clogged poop port from the reverse.
Watch it. Inhibitor field up. Boom, baby. Lights up.
Alright, I was reading that too fast. I wasn't... Alright, you take the hose, fill it up with water, and then you pull it up to let the gravity do its thing. Where's the repair thing? No, we're fine.
Sentry gun needs assembly.
Let's see, gravity and water pressure hit the clogged poop port from the reverse.
I'm your friend.
Why am I taking so much damage?
Flares up. Light is up.
Falling damage, nice. No, Darna says women are not
Your
Pokemon,
canisters are
right?
dry as a bone.
People
Refill them, and we will have the
can't
depot
own
ready to
slaves.
go.
I own people. Yeah, but slavery is not fine, and kidnapping is probably not fine either. I was actually playing Pokemon yesterday. Well, no. That is not what I did. I was... was using the app Pokemon Go yesterday. Man, I don't like that. Don't like it. Yeah. Just don't like it.
Lighting up.
Colgate didn't tab says, I thought it meant capture, like put in a cage. Yeah, right? That's what I'm saying. Very kidnappy.
Oi, protect the dozer.
Putting someone in a cage. Alright, how was the heavy attack again? Like that? Yep, that's the heavy attack. I hear something, I just don't... Ah, here we go.
Hands up! Hope the bandage stays on.
Protect the drill dozer. It's being attacked by wildlife.
Destroy him!
I'm guessing this game mode give us greater base health because I'm not dying.
Meet your maker, Craig! Turret's under attack!
Thought these things were bad enough alone.
Attack from what? No, this is not like a house toilet where you can just use a plunger. For one, the tank is vented, so gases can't build up. For two, it's not the toilet that's clogged, but the tank drain. Ah. Or did it give up? Did it take too long? Oh man, that is... I like this setup. I mean, you could play this game two first or whatever. And you could... just have... oh, that's...
Nitro's been withdrawn.
I'm missing a lot of
Supply pod is
health.
inbound.
You could just run around and set those up and then don't care about the mining and let the scout mine for you. We need... Did you see that? I died to gravity. As the scout, which is the one that can play the game without taking any falling damage. Well, yeah, if you're not bad.
Never die.
I was looking at it and I'm like, that's the thing, looks like it's gonna explode. So let's just stay next to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. No, it says I used to play a game called Depth. It was a lot like this, but underwater. There was a machine you had to follow around and protect, treasure you had to swim around and collect, and a player controlled sharks that would attack you. Yeah, I played a bit of Depth as well a couple of years ago. Depth was great fun, yes indeed. Someone missed a bit.
Light is up.
That was not the button I was gonna press.
Reloading.
I found it quite a bit more engaging of a concept compared to this, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that for me, Depth lived longer than this game. Yeah.
All canisters fueled. Drill dozer is ready to make more.
Also, me and a friend were playing.
The drill dozer is en route to the Hearthstone.
We're playing
Expect
Depth.
heavy resistance.
Ammo taken. Much better.
Yeah. Me and a friend were playing that game, and when you play with a friend, that's usually a little bit more fun, I suppose.
Incoming swarm.
Yeah, we were swimming around mining, right? So it was a couple of years ago.
That will teach you.
Watch where you're shooting, moron!
Lighting.
Whoa! Oh, gold. Oh, well, I already have some gold, but
Time to find Molly.
that's not the button.
Good as new.
I mean, I enjoy this game. It's like I would compare this a little bit more to that style of game. What's that called? Like Left 4 Dead, kinda. But instead of fighting off zombies, you're running around mining. Not build. Well, this mode is defending, right? But there's different game modes. Yeah. Where did he throw all his?
Drill dozer ran out of juice again. Refill the canisters.
Lights up. No more room. Time for deposit.
However, I mean, I suppose that that depth. We could make a fair comparison to. Here we go.
Molly
To
and we
Left
shoot
4 Dead
bugs
as
and
well,
mine.
just a
War
little bit
life in a
more.
nutshell. I'm blind. Ludicrous speed.
Its own thing. Like a mix between that and. But you're swimming and. Oh no, what's that called again? Oh no. Please don't kill me. I'm still alive. Barely.
Little dotty fix. Yeah, just some sugar.
Driller oil shale. I don't know what that is. I'll get in on tab size.
The drill
Try
dozer
human
is
or
back.
halfling character for the next home run, as you have already played as an elf and a dwarf character. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, since I already played a dwarf. I probably want to play. What's it called? Elf again as well, since I died so fast as an elf.
Someone debug the dozer.
Oh, these flying fuckers. I was surrounded by them. No wonder I died.
Permanent damage done to the drill dozer. Keep those things off it. That's an order.
Permanent damage, yeah.
Lighting up.
We're good?
Fuel canister loaded back into the dozer. Dozer, repair.
Permanent damage here. Is this health or just nitro? Whoa! That is not what I wanted. Yeah, that's the plan, and replaying the elf, of course. Just to see more what happens. No runner is my favorite aspect of this game is the deformable terrain. It's a shame it wasn't used to make a more sandbox type game.
There is oil shale.
I've been meaning to replay.
Don't shoot me!
Oh. What's it called again?
Line is up!
No Man's Sky, right? Its terrain is a little bit like this. Maybe not as well made as this, I suppose, but a little bit.
Light! Weapon ready.
I'm guessing someone has already been over here. Wait, what's the sprint button? Ah, here we're sprinting.
Better than flying. Lights up!
Nothing up here now. Do you wanna take a seat? No.
Fuel ready. Don't waste your ammunition.
You really care about that Nitra? Oh, that's me dead. No? Good. Ooh, you see that was close to falling damage.
The drill dozer is ready to move out.
Purring like a kid.
And No Man's Sky is a bit more sandboxy, I would.
Here we go. The drill dozer setting off for the Umbran Heartstone.
I would probably say. Oh, did we get some more ammunition here? No, I don't think so. Oh, can drop off some of this before we leave. Stuck. Three flare guns. Actually, let's save the flare guns till the end. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save the flare guns till the end. The end is gonna suck.
We got a big
Now the owner says, yeah, it has Left 4 Dead vibes. I used to enjoy Left 4 Dead, but this doesn't tickle my pickle in the same way. Yeah, this game is way more niche, I think. Whoa. Yeah, I would give this game a way more niche explanation than Left 4 Dead. It's like I played No Man's Sky when it came out. I haven't really played it since. And I mean, I would say it's terrible, but I enjoyed my time. I would never recommend that game like in its early state, but I enjoyed my time just for the running around and mining. And it's alright. Fuck it.
From A to D, skipping B and C.
Let's hope they don't kill me. Like Left 4 Dead for people who really like mining. Oh, I suppose. And also there are many differences, of course. But that style of game. I played that style of game recently as well. What was that called again? I don't recall. Alright. Time to sprint. Right. Got the gold. Oh, we're here. Oh, we got the 3. Did someone give us ammunition yet? Yes.
Awaiting your call, team.
Resupply arrived. Go reach.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bloody hell, you're hot to kill. I need more ammo. Back wall. I'm taking some of the ammo. Never felt better. I was born ready.
Personally, I feel a little bit like this game.
Extraction commencing. Drill dozer running at full steam.
More sandboxy, perhaps. I would probably want a more
We got an incoming swarm. Please
linear kind of deal.
top priority.
Like a kid born ready.
Contact. Lock and load.
Like, I enjoy the, well, not linear perhaps, but I like the progression path. I like progression in games. So I would want to see, like, yeah, longer progression. That would make me happy. And my night ray is full.
Time to pay Molly a visit. Weapon ready.
The dozer's just broken through the crust of the
Oh, alright, we drop this off.
Go get him, boy.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Alright, like today, I feel a little bit...
Lightning.
Oh, look at that, some ammo. I do enjoy that.
You want some more? There's up.
Yeah, progression through the maps, and then you have the progression of making your build. The game is not fun enough to motivate me to make like a proper beautiful build, I suppose. Oh, someone is down. This dude is down. Oh wow.
Intercept course. Get ready to protect the drill dozer. The drill dozer is at the halfway point. Keep it running. Swarm! I repeat, swarm!
Right now, when I got back to it after the Factorio thing, I just feel like maybe I've done enough mining recently.
Lighting up.
That thing is dead, right? Yeah.
Watch the death part of the Pretoria. That clears them out. Locked and loaded.
Explosives, boys!
One down.
Actually, trying to decide what to play next after this. I have a few things queued up. Alright, last flare. Let's put it right there.
Got no ammo left.
Whoa!
The drill dozer just has to drill a little further and we're done.
Getting destroyed. They're going for the drill dozer. Smash them. Beat your maker, Frank. There's up. Anyone guarding the drill dozer?
Contact. swarm approaching the drill dozer. Hunker down and load up. Incoming! Smoke him if you got him.
Have a bullet in the fight.
I mean, we have that MMO that I forget the name of all the time. We talked about some time ago. That's on the list. I also started downloading Nier Automata and Hellblade. I kind of feel like something third-person action-y, swinging a sword.
Lighting.
Little thoughty thing.
Oh, did we get it?
The drill dozer served its purpose. The Heartstone is ours.
It has served its purpose.
Resupply.
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
More resupply? Don't we already have?
Move your tin.
Oh, they used to both already? Note owner says Left 4 Dead for people who like mining. The game nobody asked for, but many found they wanted.
Some
Yeah.
of the ammo.
Nicely done. Armor and Heartstone secured. Call the drop pod when you're ready.
Ready to kill some more crates.
We're sending in the drop pod. Head for LZ.
Let there be light.
Yeah, let me grab the last one then.
Never felt better.
I mean, I feel now after play the game for a while, I feel it was
Drop pod has arrived.
overhyped. Like, no? Overhyped.
Departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
I did not really agree with the reviews on how good it was. Man, like the reviews I saw, or well, the people that took a look at it,
Last walk in the pod phase for the Take that.
yeah. I mean, it is enjoyable, and most of the things that they said, well, I would say are fair, but we were talking about hundreds of hours, and I don't see that.
Taste the pickout. Slowing down traffic.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
I mean, it does this game does a lot of things, and it does a lot of things okay, right? Like if I would want a progression game where I kill a lot of stuff, aliens or whatever,
The mule's been successfully
or
retrieved.
play the defense missions,
Drop pod won't hang around forever.
I could just go back to Factorio, right? To Warframe. Yeah, I could just go back to Warframe. If I wanted to play the defense or the slaughter game or whatever. And just a mining game.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Minecraft. Well, Minecraft is exploring.
Preserve your bullets.
Well, they do the mining well, right? There's a mining and you run around in kinda cool environments, I suppose. exploration. We have... Whoa. There are games I would consider more interesting from an explorational point of view, I suppose. Tome!
Departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
For exploration. Tome is actually for slaughtering as well, I suppose.
Time to play dice with death.
Lights up! Friendly fire!
And just looking at pretty environments. Yeah, they're okay. Like I was playing Subnautica with my nephew yesterday, and Subnautica, there you go. Exploration, mining. Looking at pretty environments. Yeah, Subnautica. None of the fighting though.
Jump pod departing in T-minus 1 minute.
But I don't know. Making just pure comparisons like that might be... Like, they're not trying to do the same things. So maybe comparisons? I don't know.
Will be transferred to your accounts on mission completion.
I mean, this game does its thing pretty well.
Jump pod departing in 30 seconds.
Whoop, please don't die. Ooh, that was so close to death.
I'm wondering if fighting bugs and moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
Ah, and we're done.
To the box. Retrieving escape.
Cool Getino tabs says human and halflings starting locations. Boss drops really good quality of life item. Wait, do humans and halflings start at the same location? That is automatically given to all your future characters. Ooh! Then, yeah. Playing as a human or a halfling seems like a really good idea. Nodonner says, speaking of third-person action, I bought The Witcher 3. Oh man. Yeah, that's one game I have not played Witcher 1 or Witcher 2, but I have been thinking of... Like, I have both of the games installed. That is some game that I wouldn't want to play that. I loved Witcher 3. Oh, I did love it indeed. Feeling perky? What was the level good for again? With upgrades here, but we didn't get any upgrades here. Leave the team. Yes, I'm sure. It's too bad there has to be a loading screen to leave the team. Colgatino tabs this. Yeah, they start in the same location. Yeah, but playing Witcher 1 and 2 and... Like, I have the DLCs for Witcher 3. And I did love the game, but I've not played the DLCs. And people have said, like, especially one of them was like a completely new game, and it was excellent. So I'm like, oh man, reason to replay that as well. I played it like 1.5 times. Yeah, 1.5 times. Playing it one more time? Yeah. Starting at the same location. Yeah, I was kind of looking forward to playing that when I started the Alchemist, I think it was called. I was looking forward to playing that human that got the extra point. All right, claim reward. Claim reward. That's nowhere close. Haunted cave. Shield disruption. I did not like shield disruption. What about this? Gold rush? Sure. Let's just join something randomly.
I can get anywhere, anytime.
Node owner says I bought the version that comes with the DLC for that reason, yeah. Oh man. I mean, the third person action in Witcher 3 is fine. It's fine. It's a little bit simplistic, I suppose. No, well, a little bit. It's pretty, super pretty in Witcher 3.
Hi there.
It's like playing that game, I'm mostly doing that for the
I seen you before.
for the story and the quests.
Lighting!
Wait, what are we doing? We collect eggs. Alright. So, where are we going? Oh, I didn't use the map a single time. Oh, he picked up an egg. There's an egg up here.
Did Rock seriously need to invest in some better?
I guess this doesn't do anything, right? Oh yeah, it explodes in my face. How rude. Colgate on tab says it's basically the default starting zone for, yeah, for stuff. For the races and classes that do not have its own special starting point. Ah, right. That works out. Wow. No, I saw something. Oh, it's way over there. This... Whoa. I've not seen this before. Fire! Oops.
Don't got room for more.
And that game mode, the last game mode we play, I'm thinking maybe staying away from that game mode.
Flares up.
Because that game mode wasn't really super enjoyable. Well, I didn't really like it. Follow the cart around and then defend the thing. I think there's not really... It screws with the exploration aspect of the game. I kind of like the exploration aspect.
Swarm on a direct intercept course. Get ready.
Where am I going? Oh, I can't open the map? Fuck. And I have no idea where I came from. Probably over here? Hmm.
Swarm! It's a big one, team!
Pretty sure this is the way I came. Yeah, it gotta be. Gotta be this way. Hmm. Colgate Tap says that the Cornax don't have any race talents. They get an extra category and talent point. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was looking forward to play that. More choices. So where are we going? That way.
Hang in there. The wave is almost dealt with. Dispatch whatever's left.
Loot bug. Oh, it just exploded.
Your history!
That guy in mission. He really hasn't got it.
Let's get the minerals.
Gold. Give me the gold. Oh, hello.
Bunch of slowpokes. Ha!
And it's dead. Nice.
You shouldn't need precious minerals. It will get you killed.
Lovely gold. Alright, I hope he turned that egg in. Maybe not.
Down the hatch.
Let there be light!
Assume he did, because I don't see it anymore. I don't see... Oh, there's one way over... Yeah, there's two way over there. Is that back the way we came? Hmm. Ooh, nice. Rare mining.
Lighting up!
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a loot bug.
More.
Light!
That is a lot of gold that I won't get to. Too annoying. And I've lost him again. Is he just standing there? Whatever. It's fine. There is a button to call that thing. Oh, this sounds ominous. What's this thing?
Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of goodies.
Loot explosion. Alright. Climbing up here is gonna be annoying. Actually, but the witchery it made me listen to. I didn't listen to all the audiobooks, but I've listened to some of the audiobooks. I don't know why I haven't continued. I am curious about what happens to the story. And I did enjoy the TV show. It was a little bit sad on the budget, right? It was kind of interesting. I did not quite like Superman, like what's his name, Henry Cavill or whatever. So far, like nothing I had seen him in had impressed me either way. Like I hadn't found anything. Yeah, didn't really. Maybe not my type of movies. I don't know. But like he made that show. He made it work. It was great. Is this where I'm going? Oh, he's just behind me. Wait. What way behind me? That way. Oops. Oh my... that's so annoying.
Praetorian down!
Alright, it was this way, right? Yep, that's the way. Let's go through all the poison. What is it, like C?
Molly, come here!
Yeah, Molly, come here. Get over here, Molly. Roadrunner says, I've read the first Witcher book. I thought it was all over the place, right? I mean, that is kind of the point, right? It's a collection of short stories. So, it being all over the place checks out. I think I read, like, in the series, and then, like, it becomes a fantasy series, right? Wait, is this skunk seeds? Those things exploded. All my health just went away.
Ouch, ouch.
Haven't seen any gunk seeds. Yeah, I did enjoy the series.
Light is up.
I'm gonna go back to that. Finish reading the books, I think. Well, listening to the audiobooks. I think I listened to 2. Colgate do not have asks, is this an escort mission? No. You see top in the top right corner it says collect
Ordered is on the way.
eggs. And we got 7 out of 8 and 0 out of 12 gunk seeds. Gunk seed is a bonus objective. And I don't know gunk seeds, unfortunately. What they look like. With that,
Feel
like,
much better now.
you just run around, look for those things. And when we've found them, we extract.
Grabbing ammo. Never felt better.
Colgate says, Colgate tab says, oh, I thought you were escorting them, but you were collecting them. Yeah. Right, it's when I open the map, we see one, like the big orange thing in the middle of the screen. That's one of the eggs. Then you just go up there, you pick it up, and you plant it in the Molly, wherever Molly, there. There's Molly. Same with the gunk seeds, which I have not seen any, which is... I feel bad.
Light is up.
No bonus objective this round, I suppose. Is it in here? Yes, in here. Last one.
Time to deposit.
I don't want to make that jump. Well, I can just grab it.
Ow!
I need the mule right here, right
And just when I was about to put it in, he calls Molly away from me. Oh, that hurt.
All eggs collected. Management will be pleased. Escape pod button is activated.
I'll beat your record this time.
Alright, now we get the choice. We can either run around and try to find 12 gunk seed and mine some gold and other ores and some loot bugs, or we can extract. I'll make him make that decision.
Flares up!
Nodon asks, do you need to open loot bugs? No. Like all these things that I'm picking up, the Nitra and the gold. Yeah, loot bugs just have Nitra and gold, right? And you don't need these things. They are used to pay for upgrades and shit. But they are just bonus. We don't need the gunk seeds either, but we do get like experience and yeah, we get bonus rewards. Right? When you leave the mission, you gain bonus rewards for this reason and that reason.
Lighting!
Zippity.
So there's many of things to do in each mission. You can do the actual mission. You can just run around, explore, find this stuff. This stuff is valuable, rare mining stuff. It's weird though that I have not seen a single gunk seed. Maybe the procedural generation fucked up or something. Like it's either way, right? Either I was bad or the procedural generation fucked up. One of the two. Oh, that's easy gold to pick though. Want to pick that gold.
I'm glad we have someone to carry our rocks and stones.
Rocks and stone. Maybe that's like a seed. Look, bare bones, this mission is finished. And me or him can, whenever we choose, just click that button on Molly, and the only thing left is to extract. Without dying. Alright. Whoop. Yeah, look at that. He has gathered a lot of things, but no gunk seeds.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Wonder if that's the... That hurt. Can we get a better landing? Those were the explodey things.
Lighting up!
Okay, let's see, what's this? This is probably it, right? Oh. Get over here,
Just
Molly.
take your sweet time, old lady. I've got all day.
That's the gunk
Nice big
seeds.
house
Alright.
shopping when we get back.
Found them. That's one more. Oh, I should have marked it for him. Oh, there's two of them down here now. Get over here, Molly.
Tin can.
Down it goes.
Alright,
Lights up.
so probably only in the big caves. That looks like a friend.
Let there be light.
Right.
God damn it, there's a pebble in my boot.
Did he shoot them? Ah. Here we go, more gunk seeds.
I need a damn minecart on legs. Where is it? Bum bum bum.
Oh, that's interesting. He shot them all down, but he didn't collect them.
You carry a load well, Molly.
Ooh, and here's a lot of gold.
Lighting up.
A lot of gold. Oh. Hold on, it says. I have tried every beta game on Steam right now, and the best one I've tried is Totally Reliable Delivery Service. Mir Helver. Special mentions for Boppio, which is like Factorio. Oh, nice. Wait. Betas right now. I guess they're just open betas at the moment, or...
Donkey time. I'm totally loaded.
A lot of gold here.
No more room. Time for the pocket.
No, it says they're playtests. Time-limited playtests, then, I suppose. Since you said right now. A lot of gold.
I'm having the best time in my life right now. Let there be light.
Oh, and here's more.
Come here. Loot bug eliminated.
Okay then.
So you said the best one, but you kind of mean the best couple of them, right?
Ollie.
Totally reliable delivery service.
Maybe we're not gonna die after
What's the Mirror Helver and Boppio? Like, those are other games, right? What do we have? Totally reliable. Love this name.
I'm full. Heading to the mule.
Yeah, looking interesting, I suppose.
Lights up.
That goddamn overheating.
There was... Did he... Yeah, he took the one that was down here. Ooh. There's a lot of good mining in this map. A lot of magnite. A lot of gold. A lot of everything.
Next time, let's go somewhere else.
Node says, I mean, eventually the game will be released and then the beta access will be removed from most games. But each game is different. Yep.
Armor.
Oh, that hurt. Alright. Don't they show... Don't think I've seen these things on the map. That looks like one though. Yep, that's one.
Light. With me. Move your tin ass over here and hurry, please.
Hurry, please. No, says it's like a physics game where you need to get packages from point A to point B and you have lots of vehicles and nonsense that happens. Kind of an open world game as well.
You can upgrade my
Nice.
character with a...
Wait, what did he say?
3 more to go.
Getting closer to our quota.
Oh man, I can't hear. I need to type that out. I usually turn off voice chat. See, the last one was up here, right? I think. Or was it up there? I don't remember. I shot a couple of them.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Oh, that was the vent. Whoa, I'm on fire. Maybe up here? Here we go.
Where is that damn mule?
That's number 12. Number 12.
A secondary objective has been achieved. Bonus will be transferred to your accounts on mission completion.
And think, we almost killed you.
I'm thinking we almost killed you.
Stand clear.
I got no ammo left.
Just take your sweet time, old lady.
Nodrunner says Mirror is a totally unfinished game, but it's a super interesting engine showcase. Really nice deformable terrain. Nice.
Eve.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing
Oh, whoa,
in
what?
-5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he pushed me? That was rude. Like Minecraft, sorta. Oh, like a new engine for Minecraft type of game. Very nice.
I'm full. Where's Smalley?
Get away from me. Deformable terrain. So... Oh. That's over. Gotta go this way. No more gold. Charging and... Oh. Get up. No.
Pod departing in T-4 minutes.
We can get another one? Oh, screw that. Hilver says Nodrunner is like a roguelite like shooter. You probably won't like it.
Initiating launch sequence.
Maybe.
Watch it, you blind silent man. Depositing mineral.
Let's leave.
Leave this hellhole.
Good work.
Ah yeah, let's leave it. I say as I watch you play a shooter. I mean, shooter is not my... I like a lot of games. But shooters are not my main interest in gaming. Like my main interest is like building stuff, and there's like progression building. There's many different ways we can talk about building. Like Factorio is one of my favorite games. And probably when I feel finished with Factorio and like start feeling the urge again, well, soon enough I am gonna start feeling the urge to play Oxygen Not Included as well. Oh man, I love Oxygen Not Included. Great fucking game. First person shooters, I mean, it can be fun. Like, this is fun. I'm gonna replay. But this is mining, right? Yeah. And I did enjoy BioShock. More for the story than the gameplay, I suppose. Alright, we need to get this scout to level 10. Maybe I should increase the difficulty. Let's try that. And we can... Wait. Can't I pick on game types? Salvage operations with some Russians. Sure. I can play with some Russians.
Keep them shites off me. I'll keep the
Oh.
team alive. One leaf.
You boys better be better miners than you are dancers.
On the Brits again.
Oh. Yeah, no. Like, a lot of people like the hanging out aspect of this game. Just, you know, the style. They run over here. They unlock some beers, so you can buy extra beers. But I'm like, that doesn't interest me a lot, I think. No? Oh, wait. There was some dude we talked to, though, that said that one of the beers is one to unlock. That gives you a buff. Alright, how does it work? Eldritch magic? Genetic tampering? Nobody knows. Suffice to say, Flintlock's Delight is a favorite of demolitionists everywhere. Also, tastes great. If you love... if you got a love for gunpowder, anyway. Let's see... Nordon says, Sikablat! Rush B. Oh, man. Yeah. Oof. Does that happen to you in America, that you have to play with a lot of Russians? I mean, Russia is just next door, so we get to play with Russians all the time. In those PvP games. Right? And then they have specific Russian servers and they have European servers, and the European servers are still filled with Russians, and we're like, you're playing on the European server, please speak English. No, says, nope. Ah, right. An ancient recipe going back millennia. Tasting of honor, gold, and the glory days of yore. Served best chilled near absolute zero, the Arkan Stout. What else do we have? Underhill Deluxe. Alright, in a hole in the ground there lived a brewer. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down or to drink. It was a brewery, and that means beer. This beer, in fact, and it's lovely. And we have Blackout Stout. Renowned through space and time, a tankard of Blackout is enough to knock out almost anyone. A true test for the true drunkard. And then we have other beers. What's this? Today's special? Slayer Stout. Oh, here we go. Pickaxe power attacks recharges faster. That we do want to unlock. We do afford it, I guess. Yeah. Slayer Stout. Nice. A rare and much desired brew continuing the millennia-old tradition. This heady ale was imbibed by the strongest, most fiercest, most absolutely rabid dwarfs of old before heading into glorious battle seeking an honorable end. Not for the faint of heart. Ah, there we go. We want to buy this. Distilling ingredients. Nice. No, says, at least in CSGO I hardly ever played with Russians. And we were playing... There's a lot of Russians. When I played CSGO recently, and the other players were pissed. Barley bulb. Alright, we need to have a lookout for barley bulbs. Because I can't afford it. I can't afford it. Alright. But yeah, I played like with a lot of Swedish friends, and they... Oh man, there was a lot of racism towards the Russians. I'm like, oh, please, less racism. We do another egg hunt? I mean, I'm fine with the egg hunt. What's this? Exploder? Ah, here we go, some XP. Escort duty. No, thank you. Point extraction. Mining expedition. Yeah, let's go help out on the mining expedition. With the German. Wait. No? I guess not. Refresh. On-site refining, no. I mean, I did enjoy elimination. No, that sounds boring. That's probably the boss. Escort duty, no. Another escort duty, no. Elimination, no. Wait. Maybe I should go to do the elimination thing. Yeah, let's go do that, I suppose.
Darkness, here I come.
No, no, it says in Rocket League I play with a lot of Mexicans. I know because they all have the Mexican flag attached to their car. Americans, ironically, never have the American flag. It's odd because the flag is a pretty big part of American culture.
Inbound.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's what I've seen on the internet anyway.
I have a good feeling about this team.
But that,
Lighting!
like it's a big part of the culture, but maybe not of the subculture of gamers. Like in online games as well, it might be... Oh, right, when you play... When you play PvP and online games, it's usually mostly Americans and Mexicans then, right? Maybe some other South Americans and Canadians. That's all you get. Oh, this is where he came from. No, it says I've also noticed an ever-increasing number of Chinese player. Wait. That's weird. Isn't Chinese players a little bit too far away?
Let there be light.
Like for ping? Ooh, I want to go up there.
Supplies are on the way.
Whoops. Ah. Well, I did find out what was up there. Too bad I just fell down and took a lot of damage. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh man, I'm so dead. Please don't kill me while I try to heal. Please don't kill me while I'm trying to heal. What did I just say? What did I just say? And it was so close? It was just like so close, but no. No, Runner says not in Rocket League specifically, but in games in general. Colgatinotab says, oh, you gotta start indoctrination earlier. Oof. Maybe not. Maybe not do that.
Take it easy, boy.
Oh, there it is. Oh, and I'm dead again. That was fast. No Donor says, yep, lots of American mind games. Surprising. Not really, I mean... United States of America is... You have quite a lot of people there, don't you?
It's getting into all my nooks and crannies.
Oh man, I'm slowed.
Ready to kill some more crates.
Please don't.
Give me some sugar.
Alright. I did not gain any any good stuff from that.
Slow grenade!
Oh, another explosion.
Access provided.
Like stepping on a slug.
Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Alright, we're good, we're good.
Flares up!
And I missed. With a shotgun, point blank. Lovely stuff. Oh, health full. Lovely. Oh! This was great.
The bigger they are, the more damn ammo they take.
Wait, is that it? No, we have to kill 2 of them.
Getting more ammo.
Ammo taken.
No, no, that was sarcasm. Oh man. Oops. Kinda saw it as sarcasm, I think. Scout over here? Alright, I'm coming over here.
Lights up!
Hmm. Well, I'm guessing, like, games maybe are trying to be more global, which I suppose makes some sense.
Let there be light.
Let there be light.
Sorry, little bug. Your own fault for being full of goodies.
Both Path of Exile, yeah, Path of Exile have moved from having its own
Lighting!
what's it called? Rather than having private servers for the Chinese,
Can't see a thing.
they've started to like, integrate them right into the general population, I think. No, EVE Online did that. They had for a long time servers for the Chinese and then servers for the rest of the world. Then they integrated the servers, so now everybody's on the same servers, I think. Hold on, it says the Chinese players are usually in games that have only one populated server for the whole world, right? Not necessarily. I mean, well, we're talking about Chinese players now, but a lot of like gold mining, gold farming, I don't know what it's called, like the bots. Well, not necessarily bots, it can be player. People are getting paid, play a game and just farm that game
Flares up!
to sell stuff.
Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
And that.
Let there be light!
So I could see why they would like go to specific servers, to specific regions, because they want to sell in those regions. Yeah. No, it says I don't play a lot of farmable games, so I missed out on that. Anyway, I mean, you don't notice it, right? It's like the...
Lights up!
Oh. Is there something in here? Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna hang out in the... Okay, took a wrong turn. We're going back in here. Hang out in the boss room. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Light!
And that is just like, it's stuff that I've read on the internet. Rather than actually seen. I don't know that they are Chinese. It's just some dude on the internet said they were Chinese.
Speed limit set too slow. Eat land!
No, it says I know a lot of Venezuelans are RuneScape gold miners, gold farmers. Whoa! He just one-shot me, didn't he? That was so rude. I wanted to use my shotgun, but there you go.
Here we go!
Oh, I'm out of here. Bunch of slowpokes. Ha!
Slow grenade!
Dreadnought's wiped out, for now. Good work, team. Hit the return button on the mule when you're ready, and we will pick you up.
Lights up!
Notrunner says they had a crash in their local currency and RuneScape gold is literally worth more than their real life money. Oof. Wait. Worth more. What does that even mean? I mean,
I'm taking some of the ammo.
let's say the Swedish krona. Kroner? I don't... Crown. Let's call it crown. Yeah, the Swedish crown. That checks out.
Smooth as always, team. Drop pod
We
is
take
on the
like...
way.
About-ish. It's usually a pretty good comparison, but the Swedish crown is... worth like $10 around that. It goes up and down, sometimes 9,
Drop pod on
sometimes
the way. Retrieving the mule.
11, right? It goes up and down.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 5 minutes.
Does that mean that the US dollar is worth more? This is not the direction I wanted to go. This is the direction I want to go. Wait. Where are they pointing? Is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. And then what? This way.
Drop pod departing in T-minus
Or is it worth more? So like they... Oh, they can earn more money, more purchasing power by farming RuneScape rather than having a Venezuelan job. That, I suppose, would make it worth more.
Access provided.
The mule's been successfully retrieved.
Okay, Dinotab says, oh, the Swedish crown has exploded. What happened? Wait, has it?
Commencing. Good work.
Exploded? What does that mean? Losing value? I'm not really much for paying attention to economic news. But has it crashed? Or exploded, been extra valuable? I mean, I can see both things happen. Right. From one point of view, we didn't do lockdown as harsh as many other places, so a lot of people just kept on working. So our economy didn't take a hit. I can see that happening. Or I can see that, well, we screwed up with Corona more than other countries, so a lot of people died and whatnot. I don't know. Colgate Tab says, as in gaining value if it's nowadays worth around $10. Well, I mean, as I said, I don't know these things. I usually equate it. I mean, I remember like many years ago it was... No. Oh man, I said it the wrong way around. Sorry. 10 kroners is $1, not the other way around. Sorry, that was my mistake. And I meant American dollars. Like New Zealand dollars is usually 5 crowns. Well, when I was there many years ago, that it was around that value, if I recall. But yeah, that was my mistake. Colgate on tap. It hasn't exploded in value, not that much. No, holy shit, that would be crazy. No donor links a Polygon article. Is Polygon terrible, just like that other thing that we were watching? RuneScape is helping Venezuelans survive. For years, Venezuelan players have been making a living by playing RuneScape. Yeah. Engulfed in a political and economic crisis. Snowballed into a devastating... Wait. Venezuela has been used to be one of the richest countries in South America, but it has spent the last 10 years engulfed in a political and economical crisis. What started as a gradual crumbling of the country's economy in 2010 snowballed into a devastating avalanche of crime, corruption, and mass starvation. Oof. Leaving millions of people in the country unable to feed themselves or access basic medical supplies. 90% of Venezuelans are now living in poverty. Oh, that sucks. And one of the most extreme sustained periods of hyperinflation ever recorded. Means that the people working minimum wage jobs are earning equivalent to $5 a month. That's not a lot of money. Millions of people have fled the country. Yeah, you can see that happening. Those who remain has been forced to find innovative ways to survive, while some craft bags out of worthless bolivars. Oh, wow. to sell at markets. Other look at virtual land of opportunity. Oh man. 2 main versions. Aren't there 3 main versions? I'm pretty sure we talked about that. Over time, salary became less than $4 a month. Yeah, right. They're making more money from gold farming in RuneScape. Can't speak for my pals, but without OSRS, my family would have starved. Oof. That's fucked up. That makes it an interesting ethical discussion. Like in most MMOs, it's usually just, oh, ban all the gold farmers and gold sellers. But it becomes an ethical discussion, right? It's just a game, and people are using this game to buying food as a job. Should one still call for doing that? For banning gold farmers? That is interesting. I know that some people working minimum wage jobs are earning the equivalent of $5 a month. That is not a lot of it, right? Nodonor says that the first version of RuneScape isn't really played much anymore. Oh, so it's just the 2 versions. Pretty much. Alright. Yeah, go to the pellets. Do you want extra pellets? Ooh, I got a weapon skin. Nice. Thank you. No, says, I don't think gold farmers should be banned in any game ever. Assuming they're putting in the work, not using bots. Right. Gold farmers. Yeah, no. I would have to agree with that. I was thinking of bots in my mind. I equated the two. Yeah. Selling in-game currency for real-life currency? I don't see a problem with that, no. I would have to agree straight off the bat, no runner, yeah. They're putting in the work, they're not using bots. I mean, one could argue that it screws with the in-game economy, but it's all within the game, right? It's all within the game. This is how the game works, so they are not screwing up the economy. Like, if the economy gets screwed, it's like... Yeah. No, I don't see a problem with that at all, no. Like, some people wants to buy currency. Some people wants to sell currency. I don't know. These Venezuelans aren't using bots. They're playing the game legit. Yeah, right? They're playing the game legit. They're just... Instead of playing it for fun, they do all the boring stuff and get paid for it, right? Reloads automatically when unequipped for longer than 5 seconds. Expended ammo bags, max ammo, or magnesium core. Duration 15. That's not a lot of duration, but I do like duration, so let's get
Oh
that.
man, what an improvement!
Wait, actually, let's get the armor first. What do we get here? Shock absorbers. Fall damage reduction, yes.
Been working my ass off to get this.
Colgate tab says it would make more sense for bots to do bots' work. Faster hook retraction means a faster dwarf. Survival not guaranteed. I don't need that. Hook shoots out at a higher speed. Wind up time. Guess.
Mod acquired.
I mean, if a player, well, a bot could stay on for 24 hours a day and farm, I suppose, and that would be doing some boring stuff. And that the argument, right, for it not being allowed is that it's screwing with the economy, right? The economy of the game. But I mean, you could, on one account, you could achieve the same goal just being two people sharing an account. And you could be more efficient than a bot, right? Well, I suppose one person can have many computers with many bots and many accounts. And that's what happened with the gold, like the bot people. But then again, it's just a game. So maybe there is no ethical discussion about banning bots either. Yeah, gold farmers, no, they're just playing. Colgatino tab says, as we have discussed automation before, right? Yeah, right? The boring stuff, right? We're automating the boring stuff and getting rid of the boring jobs. Right, having boring stuff in your game, like in even, like I have been playing EVE Online. Oh man, am I having a stroke? No, I'm fine. I've been playing a lot of EVE Online, well, not a lot, but some EVE Online and other MMOs, right? A lot of the boring farming shit is, I can find enjoyment in it, right? In like a meditative type of experience? I don't know. Is that it? Experience? Yeah, you know, just having chill. Like Factorio. I can sit and just look at Factorio and doing stuff that would be considered tedious. I've been in 1 hour and 24 minutes. That's crazy. They have to do some AFK shit. No, they just finished. Salvage. Did not like say salvage. What's this? Lethal enemies? That does not sound like fun. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't so much scout as make this
No, says it's simpler than that. The game creator sets the rules of the game, and if they decide no bots, then you'll have no bots. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can still have bots, but they will do their best to ban the bots. And that's up to them, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like that point that you made, No Runner. Like, if they say we don't want any bots in our games, then that is against the rules. And if you break the rules, you might get banned. You might not, but then again, you might. Yeah, no ethical discussion whatsoever. That makes me think about just boring mechanics in games. Alright, but it's... yeah. It's the way of generating value in economically focused games. Right? You have some stuff that people don't want to do and you make that lucrative. And since it is lucrative, then, well, there you go. It is lucrative now. Since it's boring, people don't want to do it. And that is how you create value, I suppose. Oh, it doesn't show up on the map. There is something in here, I know that.
Team Rock seriously need to invest in some better equipment. I call
Sit
for the
down.
unit.
There we go.
The tin can is surely hungry today.
Oh, those extra small bits don't really matter, do they? There's like, I got, oh, that's health. I don't need that. I guess the big points. You don't have to care about every small little detail. Maybe this. But for the, like, gold and the other thing, not so much. And again I miss point blank with a shotgun. How does that even happen? Well, it's gone. Oh? Hmm.
Light!
Light!
Light! I can't carry anymore.
Wait, can't carry anymore? Let's drop this off. Hmm. No, says if the most fun part of the game made the most money, everyone would be rich. Do you have games like Path of Exile? Well, oh, right, yeah. There's not a lot of big differences in how you approach the game. You can just farm different things. More about how much time you can spend.
Technology makes Molly constantly.
Victorians on an intercept course. Get ready.
So glad you're joining the team.
Whoa, what just happened?
Lighting up.
Oh, that was it though. Try again.
Praetorian attack incoming.
Oh, so,
Molly, come here.
did you see that? What just happened? Whoops, screw that up. Ah, perfect. Made it. It is a little bit jank sometimes. Jank. Hmm. It's interesting how video games, like those farming games, have become so capitalist? Hmm. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh man, I really wanted to stay up there and get that gold. Last gold, but no. I gotta have 2 fucking giants after me. Oh, and here's even more giants.
Inhibitor field up.
Ooh, I'm dying. Ah, here we go.
Zippity. Bunch of slowpokes. Ha!
Leave me alone.
Take it easy.
How the fuck did this happen? Like we're overrun by oppressors. And detonators. Ooh, don't want to use the shotgun on that dude. Oh, out of ammo, of course. Oh, that's me dead. Yeah, Not Honor says, are they capitalist? I think they're pretty anti-capitalist.
I'm hurt. I can
Right, that's bad semantics from my point of view. That's not the word I was looking for. That games have a class structure. Did that happen, or am I just imagining things? Like in World of Warcraft. Is there a proletariat in World of Warcraft? Or the equivalency of?
Thanks. I owe you one, brother.
No, Donna says, are they capitalist? Are they pretty anti-capitalist? Maybe they are? I don't know. I mean, there's so many games that are just simply about making money.
Fighting!
That is the point of the game. Oh, wait, what's this? Is this gold? Is this all gold? Madness. I've never seen this before. This is madness.
Need some free space. Can't carry any time.
We have a miner. No, let me go up here.
Boys, baggers.
Hang in there. Supplies are on the way.
Resupply is here.
I'm full.
I have
Where's
to make a
Smalley?
deposit.
Hold on, says capitalism is about the free market?
Don't got room
Is it though? Right, a video game is the least free market. Every aspect is controlled by the game developer. Well, the game developer makes the rule. Different games have different amounts of control. Like, you can make the same argument that, well, the government decides that the market is free, so then the government is in control. But is capitalism about a free market?
time for deposit.
Does capitalism necessitate a free market? I don't think so.
Lights up!
Menace eliminated.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Trying to have a free market is one thing. Capitalism is just the system where what was it? People and organizations can own, what was it? The means of production, right?
Getting more ammo.
Capitalism is just that you can own stuff and the means to produce stuff. Right? Isn't that what capitalism is about? Having a like. That's as far as we've gotten on the Wikipedia page, anyway.
The swarm is here.
Not again.
Slow down, please.
I wonder what happened. Did I click some weird thing? It didn't say anything specific about what monsters would show up on this map. There's like a lot of giants going on. That's... Where did he go?
Flares up.
I got the Glyphid Praetorian. Bloody hell, you're hot.
Time to find Molly. Alien scum.
The last of the wave is approaching you now. Keep it together.
Alright, can't stay there. Ooh. And that's me dead, falling down. Cool, get in tab says, what does the free market mean? It means that you're free to sell whatever you like on the market.
Join you.
Well, it's kind of vague, isn't it? But the free market is about you're allowed to sell whatever product or service that you want, right? That's pretty much it. The freer the market, the more you can do that. And the more regulation you have, the less the market is free. Right? Less control over the market. And the free market, like, there's so many things that just don't work out with the free market. So many things that just they just don't work out.
Boys, shoot them, not me.
Like, I've been complaining about a lot of stuff, right, that has value but don't generate income. And the other way around. So having a free market without any regulation is kind of mad in that sense, right?
Time to pay Molly a visit.
Either you can have a free market within the economic system and then generate this other value some other way.
Supply pod requisition.
I would probably argue for a economic system that
Inventory is full. Time to deposit.
why are you not braking?
Time to
Get away.
That's
I would probably argue for an economic system where
I'm taking some of the ammo.
that has those changes, that stuff that has value, like the market is regulated for those things to also generate money.
Loaded.
And other things like exploitation of a lot of oil, and
Bags full. Can't carry anymore.
like it is super valuable in the free market, oil is, right? I would want to see regulation for it to be less valuable, which is an argument against free market, as far as I understand it. Where's Molly? Ah, there's Molly.
Sometimes I wonder if mining is all there is to it. Then I punch myself in the nose.
No donor says, I would argue that we in America don't live in a capitalist society. The fuck is this? Do we get bosses in here as well?
I
Madness.
got the tri-jaw.
Let's see. No runner said, I would argue that we in America don't live in a capitalist society. How would you argue that? I'm curious. Oh, you would argue that capitalism necessitates a free market? That part of the definition of what capitalism is the free market? That you are... Because the definition we saw in...
Light is up.
that we've seen in Wikipedia, right? It's just that you can own. Right, from that definition, we talked about that yesterday, right? The means of production. You can own the means of production. One interpretation of that is that you could then own people. That would be considered... You could make a definition like that. Like the means of production. Because... Yeah. And that would be a free market, right? Anything is for sale, you can own anything. Free market, you could own people. Wait, where are everybody? This way. Time to go help. Let's see. Wait, this is not the path, is it? No, I'm going the wrong way. Damn it. Alright. Isn't the market by definition free then? Well, there's a lot, like, you're not allowed to sell heroin to whomever you like. That is a restriction to the market, right? I'm going down this way. Let's see. Notrunner says, free market is an economic system based on supply and demand with little or no government control.
Time to earn your paycheck, team. Got a doozy of a swarm underway.
Yeah, right? Therefore, I would say that the free market is a different thing from capitalism. The free market is unchecked, pure capitalism, where nothing else, like we have this, well, I suppose, yeah, sure. If you're black and white in your definitions, that this is what capitalism is. If you have a super black and white definition and do not allow for any, what's it called? Any changes or iterative stuff. Man, this does not look good.
Slowing down traffic.
We're surrounded. I'm surrounded. I'm gonna die again.
Take that.
Who's gonna protect you now?
The wave is petering out.
Still alive. Still alive. Still kicking.
Grenade.
Let's get some of this. So in that sense, I mean, if you see it as a scale, then you could argue for how much of a capitalist the system is. If you're looking for pure, like an ideologist,
Keeping up the tradition.
that's saying this is what capitalism is and that there is only one way to do it. And I'm pretty sure that having that binary view of the definition of capitalism would probably lead to a lot of disagreements. Like being that strict on black and white on how this, like in practice, how it looks in practice. So having a capitalist society would be probably an impossibility. Right, that it won't happen. If you take that black and white view on it, I suppose.
Well done, team.
Let's see.
Transponder via the mule and get back home.
Alright.
Secondary objective completed. Now finish the job.
Let's see.
Down it goes!
In a video, let's see. In a video game, you don't have a free market because... Oh, no, yeah, we did.
Smooth as always.
They are the hand of God and manipulating everything. Well, like in EVE Online, they do take a governmental approach, right? They focus, they want a free market. That's the attitude they have in EVE Online. So they try not to do stuff. Just because they have the power, what they try to do is use it as little as possible because they want it to be generated by the players. Right, all the value is generated. Well, what is considered valuable is generated by the players, I think.
I love this grappling hook.
Swallow this!
But they can manipulate everything if they so desire. It's not like they're doing... Game developers don't do it on a blockchain. Actually, that's an interesting idea. Like an economic game, sandbox, MMO economic system, free market system on the blockchain.
Let there be light!
It sounds interesting. I don't know enough about it, but it sounds interesting. Let's see. How is government defined in that context? Asked Colgate in on tap, and he said that a little bit some time ago, so I probably missed the government, like the...
Here, have a bullet in the face!
Alright, in a free market, would they want a government? Like, what would the government do if the government are not allowed to do anything with money? What would the government do? Oh, policing, right? The government would do infrastructure.
Flares up!
But one could argue that, well, that's not free market because why would the government do policing when we can have a company that can do all the policing? Oh, wow.
In T-minus 3 minutes.
That is some gold. Screw that.
Depositing! Underneath. Head for the drop. I'm gonna kill you all!
The mule has been successfully retrieved. Make it
Hold on,
17
sister.
to
Yes,
drop
capitalism
on the
requires a free market. Yeah, if you take that black and white definition, then yeah, I can get that. Get behind that everything can be owned. Because everything could be defined as the means of production. Thank you, fucker. I'm just gonna get out.
Departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
Let's see. Colgate in on tap says, who decides whose freedom to sell goods is restricted by a government tag? Well, in pure capitalism, as we talk about it, then there would be no government. Everything should be generated through capitalism. Any service, any product, like anything generated by society would be generated through capitalism, so you would not need a government then, right? It's like, we've seen dystopians like that before, and that's nothing new, but yeah. Rampant capitalism? That's interesting. I hadn't thought about it like that before. Very interesting perspective, Node Runner. Let's see. Colgate on Tap said, who decides whose freedom to sell? I mean, it's... The freedom then comes from your capability and what you own, right? It's not... It's the system that decides. Like, if your parents are rich and they give you a lot of money, then you have the capacity to produce stuff because you have the money. Right? So that's... It's very warlordy again. It's very, very anarchistic, I think. Yeah, very warlordy. That the people who are born with money, or, yeah, people can fight their way up the ladder, I suppose. Lying, stealing, cheating, murdering, all that stuff. All generated would be a lot more murder, I think. In a pure... Yeah, it's difficult to wrap your mind around. Let's see. Node Runner says, I reject the idea that people can be owned, specifically because that violates the non-aggression principle. Non-aggression principle? I mean, I reject... I mean, personally, my opinion is that people cannot be owned. Right, my opinion is that, well, people should not be owned. People can be owned. We have had slavery for like a lot of the human history. Slavery has been a thing. And they were... Ooh, what's this? No active assignment. Oh! This sounds interesting. We'll look into that in a bit. But I mean, from capitalism, right? The definition is that you can own the means of production. People are used in production. So from a pure capitalist, like from pure capitalism, if we go from capitalism and a free market, then anything should be able to be owned within that system. Including people, including everything that you can gain economic value from. Anything that you can sell or use to produce, you can own within capitalism. What is the non-aggression principle? Asks Colgate on Tap. Where is it? Let's see. The non-aggression principle, also called the non-aggression axiom, is a concept in which aggression is defined as initiating or threatening any forceful interference with either an individual or their property. Is inherently wrong. Yeah, and this doesn't check out, right? This sentence invalidates it. You can follow the principle, and I would argue for as many people as possible always try to use the non-aggression principle, but that's not the real world that we'll live in. Like, threats work. They are useful. Forceful interference works, and they are useful. Therefore, people will do this. And this does not happen in the world that we live in. This is not a real thing. But this is an opinion. Well, it's a principle. It's not an opinion. And the opinion is that you should follow this principle. And I do like the principle. Right? The concept which aggression... Well, we've been talking about that. Or was it cooperation, competitiveness... No, yeah, competition... Ah, here we go. Cooperation, competition, combat. Right? That's a scale, right? This here is a thing that only wants to look for cooperation. But there is value in competition, and competition becomes a little bit aggressive, I think. And there is value in combat as well, right? When the words don't suffice anymore, then is when the fists show up. So, I mean... it is a good... I like... Well, yeah, there we go. I like this attitude, and I would see this attitude be more promoted. Can put it that way. Node says the developer literally created everything. The game was rigged from the start. I mean, you could argue that the Federal Reserves creates all the money, therefore the game's rigged from the start. They literally created all the money. So therefore the game is rigged from the start. You see, that argument doesn't hold up. Like, one could argue that they just created the system. They did not create... Yeah, the game developers create system. You could argue that cryptocurrencies then, well, it's rigged from the start because it had a creator. Like, just because something had a creator doesn't mean that the game is rigged from the start, Node Runner. I don't understand how that argument makes... Well, it doesn't make sense to me, that argument. Like, everything has been created. Every piece of monies or coins has been created by humans. With that argument, it is all rigged, and then... Oh, right, maybe that's your argument, though. That any monetary system is rigged. So... But then, like... anything that you would trade would be something that, like, any product would be created. But how? Oh, but on the other hand, you create one product, and I create another. You create one product, I create another product, and we trade. That is more free markety, right? There's no outside interference. It's just you and me free marketing it up, capitalistically. I suppose. Colgatino Tab says, is the non-aggression principle part of the free market definition? No. This is a non-aggression principle. It's not part of capitalism. It's not part of... It's its own thing. It's a non-aggression principle. You don't have to... Like, free market is one thing, capitalism is another thing. And Node Runner is arguing, like, pure, if we look at the pure definition of capitalism, that would require a free market, which is an interesting argument. Personally, I'm not going to go ahead and use that like that black and white definition of capitalism, and more look at it as a scale. If I'm not super... Yeah, it's like all the isms, right? I find the extreme views very helpful, but then when I look at reality, I make more of a scaling factor on a lot of things rather than a black and white definition. But I do like the black and white definitions. They are helpful from a discussion standpoint. Let's see. Colgating on Tab says, if it isn't, I'd argue that those regulations on selling heroin is part of the free market, as people can sell services to lock up heroin sellers just as people can sell heroin. Oh, that is a very interesting point, Colgating on Tab. But that, what happens then is whatever is worst, has the biggest monetary value is what will happen. If you can generate enough cash, enough money by catching and locking up people who sell heroin, essentially making them slaves, owning the people, you catch them, you kidnap them, and you make them do stuff that you decide what they do, right? That's slavery, right? Owning people again. And that's fine, right? So the free market would either go towards slavery and no heroin, or heroin would generate more value, and there would be not enough value in catching the heroin sellers. Right? And that would be the free market, right? The regulation that would happen would be from the free market. Like, if if all the people bought heroin, then no one would pay for catching the heroin sellers. Right, Colgate on tap. Node Runner says, I don't think you can have a free market without the non-aggression principle. Well, you can't have the free market with the non-aggression principles, is what I would say. With this black and white definition, free market, anyone is free to do whatever they want, then... Like, what about a bodyguard? Then you cannot sell your... Like, if you say that you have to follow the non-aggression principle, then you're not allowed to be a bodyguard. You're not allowed to be police. You're not allowed... And from that, if you're not allowed, then it's not free. Or what am I misunderstanding, Node Runner? Actually, I didn't finish what he wrote, so let me read the whole thing. He says, I don't think you can have a free market without the non-aggression principle. If you don't respect people's individual liberty and property rights, then you don't have a free market. Yeah, well... Property rights. Individual liberty and property rights. Like, here it says, it is considered by some to be a defining principle of libertarianism in the United States. That is what we're arguing then. Promoting individual liberty. Alright, so what is individual's liberty and what is property rights? Property rights, I mean, we said, we've been at this page plenty of times, right? I'm guessing this are the property rights based on the private ownership of the means of the means of productions and their operation for profit. This is what you can own, right? This is what you mean when you say property rights, that you can own stuff and you can own the means to produce stuff. And if that is what you're saying, this could be considered people. Right? There's nothing in here that within the definition of capitalism or the means of production, there's nothing in these words or in these semantics that necessitates that it makes the non-aggression principle. I mean, if you're talking about, I'm talking from a definitional and extreme black and white view on these terms, right? I'm not talking about the politics or like the actual societal structure, right? So what are you saying, Node Runner? Are you talking about the actual structure when you say that I don't think you can have a free market? Are you talking about the actual structure? Because I would argue that from that point you can just say that you can't have a free market, full stop. That it's just not possible. Like this, if you want to use this principle needs to be enforced. And you have to enforce it by... Actually, yeah, you need to enforce it by threatening or use forceful interference. Right? The non-aggression principle doesn't happen. It is not describing reality. Just an attitude. And not all people will have that attitude. Right? So if you can't have the free market without a non-aggression principle, then you can't have a free market. Because the only way to get the non-aggression principle is by these threats and forceful interference. Because it's an attitude, and people will not agree with an attitude. That's just how people work. We do not agree to things. And this is nonsense. Right? This is nonsense. This is not real. If it was real, if this was real, and if it was inherently wrong, then we would not have any aggression. Because that would be how the world worked, and then there would be no aggression. There is aggression, therefore this is just an attitude. A very nice attitude. And I would agree with you to argue this attitude. I like this attitude. Argue for it more and more and more. No, Donner says, there's a reason why it's a principle. A rule of thumb. Yeah, exactly. A rule of thumb. An attitude. Not a rule, an attitude. No, Donner says that fiat currency is 100% rigged. Well, alright. That's interesting. Fiat currency is 100% rigged. That's what I was talking about earlier, right? Yeah. The game is rigged from the start. So fiat is rigged from the start. So any is that any top down then? Any top down interference? That's fuck, that makes my brain hurts. Like, because we're trading goods and services, that like any monetary system would be fucked then, right, Nodrunner? So the only way to trade would be going back to like the gold standard, for example. Rather than, yeah. But how much do you value this? Well, it doesn't have to be gold. It can be whatever, but it has to be like a real thing that exists in the world, and we use that. We use that, I think. As a currency. Nodrunner says the non-aggression principle does not forbid self-defense. It's not pacifism. Oh. Did I make that assumption? I don't remember forbidding self-defense. But it would forbid you ending up in a situation where you needed to defend yourself, right? The aggressor. I mean, you're the defender, right? It's non-aggression, not defense. But like the aggressor would be not allowed. But it would happen, right? Aggression happens all the time. All the time. Coleman122 shows up and says, "Hey, Cider. Oh, nice to see you again, Coleman122. How are you doing today? We're talking about... What are we talking about? The free market. Right. The free market. And Nodrunner is telling us that the free market requires... Well, if we go capitalism by this definition, like if we're trying to build a pure capitalist society, if we're trying to do that, which is something I would not argue for, personally. I don't know, would you argue for it, Nodrunner? Building a pure capitalist society? And how do you get past this means of production? Oh, right. You get by it by enforcing. So you're not building a pure capitalist society then. You're building a capitalist society, not a pure one. You're building one where we enforce the non-aggression principle. All right. That's my speculation on how a world like that would look. It's very different from how our world would look, right? I have problems with this non-aggression principle. Defined as initiating or threatening any... this needs to be enforced. Right? If you want to use this in your capitalist society, you say this is required, then you need to enforce this, which makes it a little bit weird. Initiating or threatening any forceful interference with either an individual or their property. Right. Yeah, you have... Oh, and then you're saying that the means of productions, you claim that those are not people because they break against the non-aggression principle. Right, that makes sense. So that is how you get past the problem with this, the problem that I have here. You get past that by adding on the non-aggression principle. Do I understand you then, Nodrunner? Nodrunner says, like you said, we can't have bodyguards under the NAP. Yeah, right? Bodyguards are not self-defense. They are defending someone else. They're not defending themselves. They are threatening people around them. Like, if you come here being aggressive, I will... No, not necessarily. A bodyguard could just be... It could be... You can have a non-aggressive bodyguard. Yeah. Yeah, very good point. Very good point, yeah. Alright, so let's take police. Right, you would need a police, that job. But that job also would not fall under the free market. Police would be its own thing. Because policing would follow this non-aggression principle, so that would be removed. That would be the government's job, to have the police to enforce the non-aggression principle. So that would not be privatized. You would have no privatized prisons. You would have, yeah. Like anything that would require force or threats would not be allowed. And that would be the government's job. That would be the government's only job? Is that what you're talking about, Nodrunner, then? You can enforce the NAP. It's called self-defense. Well, no. If someone is stronger than you, and they aggress towards you, and you are not able to defend yourself, then you cannot enforce the non-aggression principle. Right? Self-defense, I'm not guaranteed to win in a self-defense situation. Probably, since I'm quite of a... I'm not a strong fella, right? So, anyone threatening me, I have a weak mental fortitude, and I have a weak muscle fortitude. So, threats would make me cave. Forceful interference would make me lose. So I am not capable of defending myself, Nodrunner. I'm not capable to do that's not within my capabilities. So that doesn't work out, does it, Nodrunner? Colgate InnoTap posts a shady link, and I'm just clicking the shady link. This is a long text. Alright. So. And it's all yellow and bright. Hurts my eyes. Let's see. Yes, and I'd argue that all regulation comes from free market. Yeah. Hunter-gatherer times were pretty much free market. Then some nerds noticed plants grow from seeds or something, and agriculture happened. With farming came surplus food. Not everybody had to participate in getting the food to eat anymore, so they could sell air. Well, they could do other useful stuff, right? They could build better houses. They could, like, you can always make stuff better, right? So I don't know about that, selling air. Air is, in this case, any service that doesn't produce food to be eaten. Oh, right. And that is a straw man. Oh man, I love finding straw man. That is, like, everything that is not food is equivalent to air. That's bullshit. Air in this case is any service that doesn't produce food to be eaten. Owning food made requirements for guards to guard themselves against thief. Owning food made requirements for guards to guard against thieves. I mean, the only thing we had before guards were self-defense. Thieves, I'm pretty sure, came before agriculture, like hunter-gathering. Like, I go out and gather, and then I come back to the group, because humans are a group species. We'll live in groups, and someone stronger than me punched me in my face and just grabbed the stuff that I gathered. And one could argue what they were doing was gathering food, right? They were gathering food. They just had a different methodology than I did. They did violate the non-aggression principle, though. Guard against themselves. Like, you need guards to enforce the non-aggression. And people could do brain work to improve further food production rather than increase food production now. Yeah, long-term planning. As food production improved, most people were producing air. Technology keeps improving and new structures are born because free markets needs them. Then eventually some of these developed huge companies are called governments, and they are said to be against the free market. But I'd argue that they are the consequence of a free market. Yeah, and that's whataboutism. I don't argue that at all. Like, that is saying that the free market has created all aspects of society, and that's not how it works, right? Like, capitalism did not generate the whole of human society. That's just madness claiming that. So yeah, no. Just no to this whole thing. Just no. Too many holes, too many holes, too many weird premises that I just can't accept any of this. I'm sorry, Colgate in on tap. Nordrunner says, if a bodyguard is the aggressor, they're not a bodyguard, they're a thug. Yeah. Right, I agree with that, Nordrunner. And I conceded that point, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If a bodyguard can defend you, why can't police? Wait, if a bodyguard... Oh! I would argue that that is not aggression, but I would... Ah, right. There was some semantic misunderstanding. I still did not call in my mind, I don't see a bodyguard as a self-defense, because it's not myself doing the defense. And I don't have any money, so I can't afford a bodyguard. So I still cannot enforce the non-aggression principle through self-defense. Right? I would need someone else to provide a bodyguard for me, since I have nothing. I have nothing. So I would need, and there are people that have nothing, right? Well, they have a little bit, but then they would need to spend that little bit to afford a bodyguard. Like, there's a sweet spot, right? In how much economic power you have. There's a sweet spot where you have a little bit that can get taken away from you by aggression. And the only way then would be for you to pay a bodyguard, a sufficient bodyguard. But that sweet spot would mean that you no longer have anything to... Well, You still have your own body, right? Like, a person could be considered a means of production. So you still have yourself. If only thing you have is yourself, and you yourself is not capable to defend yourself, then someone else could aggressively take ownership from you, unless you have someone else to defend you. And if you only have yourself, right? Is my point getting across? I feel like I'm not articulating my point very well, but I'm hoping that it is getting across. Notrunner says, it is the non-aggression principle. A police officer or a bodyguard is not an aggressor. Right, so that would be the government's, right? The government's job, from your point of view, would be enforcing this through non-aggressive means. Which, actually, I'm pretty sure would lead to a police state, like even more of a police state than we have today. Since you're not allowed to aggressively enforce this, you would need bodyguards for every person in any potentially threatening situation. Right? Threatening this, threatening is so fucking vague. Like, bullying is threatening. You would need to have police or something. The teachers can't do it. The teachers are failing miserably to dealing with bullying, for example. So you couldn't. Yeah, that would be a police state. Because you would have to have, like, equivalents of bodyguards. Not equivalents of police, but equivalents to bodyguards, rather. Publicly, governmentally issued bodyguards everywhere. Alright. Alright. Noderunner says, I need to go to bed. I was intending to go to bed hours ago. Oh, off with you then. Oh man, thanks for hanging out. This was an interesting discussion. Unfortunately, maybe we can continue it another day, because I'm still not... I don't see how this... I can't build a possible society. I'm not capable of building a mental world view, like a... Yeah, world building. I'm not capable of building like an referable, something to work towards from what you're saying. And I'm really curious to reach that point where you are, Noderunner, to see how to reach that point. Failure of imagination. Yeah, sleep tight, and thanks for hanging out. Let's see, Colgatin on tab says, I didn't argue that everything came from capitalism. Oh, did you write that text, Colgatin on tab? I did not argue that everything came from capitalism, but rather that they are part of free market. Oh, right. People have made many decisions, and society came from people interacting with each other, and those interactions can be seen as people trading goods. And and that's my point, right? This here screws up. So let's, like, if we remove this, like, with the farming came a surplus of food. And actually, before that, hunter-gatherers also had a surplus of food. Because they had other stuff. They had clothes. Right? Hunter-gatherers weren't running around naked. They had tools, and they had tool makers, right? And they were pretty much free market. That I can get behind, but they were not enforcing this. And we had to, like, since Node Runner, when he was talking, right, he said that this is required. And so not including this is strawmanning, right? So we have to include this because that is what Node Runner argued, right? So he would say that no, that was not a free market because the non-aggression principle was not enforced. So right here, from his argument, this premise doesn't work out. This was not a free market. That is the same thing I was arguing, right? Because you can own people, is what I said. But he said, no, I want to argue with this being an important thing. So he would say, no, this is not a free market. So your first premise does not work out. Some nerds noticed that you can plant and grow. Agriculture happened. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It came even a bigger surplus of food. Yeah. And everybody did not have to participate. Yeah, like a greater number of people could start production and making other services. I agree with that. And these are stuff that does not produce food. I mean, there are other value, like there are many things that has value, right? That can be produced that are not food. And that's why I don't like this air, right? Producing tools for other stuff, like we can look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? We can start fulfilling these, more and more of these. Producing more and more culture that has value, right? But I'm get behind, yeah. So owning food made requirements for guards to guard against thieves. Yeah. And I'm guessing thieves, usually guards were, like it wasn't a specific job title early on. It's just when you come to villages, right? When you're, let's say, just 50 people, then you don't have specific guards. Then it's more fluent like that. The strongest people are the guards, and it's probably rather than guarding, I'm assuming rather than guarding, there was a lot of punishment rather than guarding, which also violates the non-aggression principle. People could do brain work to improve further food production and production of other things, rather than doing the actual hard labor. Yeah. As food production improved, most people were producing other stuff. Yeah. That's the world we live in now, right? Most of us don't produce food, and technology keeps improving. I see this as a good thing. This air thing seems like they're doing nothing, and that bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I see technology as super valuable. Keeps improving and new structures are born because the free market needs them. No. And I don't get behind that at all. That is not the reason. It is not because the free market needs them. It's because people need them, or society needs them, or other groups needs them. Not because the free market itself. The free market doesn't need anything. It is people that need stuff. Yeah. Then eventually some of these developed huge companies called governments, and they are said to be against the free market. Yeah, right? Because the free market without the non-aggression principle would be owning people, and any government that is against owning people could be considered to be against the free market. Again, they could be also said to be enforcing the non-aggression principle, and that would not be against the free market, and it's not a consequence of free market either way. Right? It's urbanization. We started organizing in bigger groups. And since we started organizing in bigger groups are helpful for getting more food, more technology, more everything. It doesn't necessitate a free market. I'd argue that the bigger government groups are a consequence of needing to organize better. if that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Something like that. So those interactions can be seen as people trading goods. No. Like, me getting into any relationship is not necessarily about trading goods. We might be trading goods, but that's not most what happens. Like, social interactions are not about trading goods and services. Like, what you and I are doing right now, we are not trading goods and services. Most of the time, I'm not trading goods and services. Like, the actual trading part is the minority of the time. Producing goods and services, well, we're not doing that either. Well, maybe you are, but I'm not really. Well, that's a matter of perspective, I suppose. But I would argue no. Let's see. Colgate in on tap says, but you said that non-aggression principle is not a requirement for the free market. I said that. I said that, like, capitalism is one thing. The non-aggression principle is another thing. Then Node Runner argued that building a true capitalist society, he argued, like, if that is what one wants to do, well, building a free market, and he claims that a pure capitalist society is a free market. And he agrees that a pure capitalism, a pure free market, is not viable. He says that you need the non-aggression principle to build it in practice. We're not talking about, like, we're not talking about the theory. We're talking about how it would look in practice. And in practice, he claims that you need this for this. And since he claims that is the way, then I'm happy to argue from that point and trying to be more practical and concrete in the arguments instead of being up in the cloud in the philosophy of the thing. I'm happy arguing politics as well. So it came from the assumption that NAP is not a requirement for free market. Yeah, exactly. The same mistake I made, Colgate in on tap, right? I was, just as you did, assuming this. I was assuming this and pointed out a lot of arguments, and Node Runner hedged against those arguments, saying that, well, he agrees, but. So yeah, came from that assumption. Let's see. Well put earlier than agriculture, then history is not my strong suit. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. I think that most successful, like if we're talking evolution here rather than history, most successful evolutionary groups are built in such a way that not 100% of their time is about food. If your species is about 100% about food all the time, all day, every day, then your species is gonna die out, right? From an evolutionary standpoint. You need to have a lot of downtime, right? What if you don't find any food for 3 days? Right? You need free time as any species. So you can go even further back than that, right? And that is an evolutionary advantage. If you would, evolution would kick you out. If you needed to eat all day, every day. 1 day without food would kill you, then your species is dead, my friend. Your species is out of here. Yep. Geometry was needed for when rivers moved around and people were in disagreement where borders of their field were. I'm not even sure that ownership of fields was a thing. I don't know about, well, that's your argument, right? One day, you don't need geometry, you can just put out marking sticks. This is now my land, someone can say. by just putting down the sticks? That's an interesting point, though. Rivers moved around, people were in a disagreement where the borders are of their fields. How? Well, unfortunately, Nodrunner left. But how can you own land? You need to... That doesn't work, right? How does the first private ownership of land happen? If not through aggression, right? Like, ownership of land requires aggression. Well, you could make the overpopulation argument. If there's no overpopulation, well, some land is better than other land. So is it just whoever came first? Whoever came first. And then their kids and their kids and their kids and their kids owns that and gains that, though, that this value, this profit, just because some ancestor thousands of years ago came first and said, "This is mine." Because if we're supposed to follow the non-aggression principle, as you said, then we're not allowed to change any borders. We're not allowed to change borders, right? Because changing borders, well, we could free market change them. I can sell you my land and whatnot. I suppose. Can sell and buy land. But still, I feel that that whole point that just somebody said, "This is mine," I don't see that as a very strong claim. Like, what gives you the authority? What gives you the authority to say that is yours? You were first? And how the fuck do I know that you were the first? If we're basing land ownership based on that, like non-aggression, right? Because I'm assuming that early agriculture, the land was not owned. I'm assuming that. I'm assuming that the land, like the group of people that lived together and worked the fields together, and these other people producing air, as you say, there was no ownership of the land. I don't think so. Not on the early parts. I think the ownership started being a thing. Again, I'm just some dude on the internet, so of course everything I say is the truth and nothing but the truth. But my assumption would be that land ownership became a thing from out of conflict. I would assume that, yeah, the conflict of the, like, I want to do this with the land and you want to do that with the land. And who is allowed to make those decisions? That conflict, I believe, was the generation from owning land ownership. And that's, well, one could argue then that you organized into a governing body that made the decision whose land it is. So the government then would be following the non-aggression principle, because people were getting aggressive, and then you formed a non-aggressive principle that decided on land. So yeah, you would land from oh man, Nodrunner is still here, so it feels like maybe, but land could probably then not be owned. It could not be considered means of production, because that would be an aggressive thing, so that would be in the realm of the government. So land ownership probably should not be a thing under capitalism. It could be well, What about growing food then? Who owns the food? The means of production. Alright. So the government assign a piece of land and that this land is for growing food. And who decides who is allowed to grow on that food? Like, I can go to the land and I can grow food, but what if there's no space for me? It all falls apart, doesn't it? I don't know. Alright, I've fallen behind. I'm sorry, Colgate on tap. I'll try to catch up. It was such an interesting point you made about the geometry that I had not thought about. Though disagreements become a fucking problem. Hello, Roostercock. Nice to meet you. We're discussing capitalism. Interesting, eh? What time is it? Oh man, I'm slow going. I'm actually not gonna play anymore. I'm clickbaiting, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna play any more of this today. We're switching game right now. We're switching game to the other game. Maybe we continue discussing capitalism. We're switching to Night in the Woods. Oh, Roostercock says, nice to meet you as well. Yes, I know, I was here before. Oh, sorry, I didn't remember your name, which is kind of weird because I love your name, Roostercock. It's a great fucking name. Alright, I actually missed out on that time. That was terrible of me. Alright, so let's... Whoops. Before we read, Colgate on tap had a lot of stuff to say, and I really want to read that. Let's just switch over. Or should we go just talking and finish the discussion?